Greetings, Earthling. I am Uncle Mike, your favorite YouTuber's favorite uncle, with Commander Cindy. And we are coming to you from inside the command module, docked with Voyager, as we fly back to home base after a one-night mission to... Where the hell we go? Where we go? What was the name of it? I really can't remember where we went. Greetings from inside Voyager on a chilly morning here at Poinsett State Park. So I thought the first thing we can do is we take the HPY2K SPRT and take a drone flight around the campground. there is a little interesting fact or facility that is across the highway from Poinsett State Park, which is a military bombing range. We didn't hear any bombs, but we did hear military aircraft, so you really can't see anything. But we could take the HPY2K SBRT again and see if we could tap into a military aircraft doing a bombing run. Also, Poinsett State Park is one of the 16 state parks in South Carolina built by the CCC back in the 1930s on the site of an old mill, and so some of the foundation from the old mill can still be seen, and that is amazing. And there's also a wonderful little lake with boating and fishing and great trails. So, Poinsett State Park, we'd be back. We really enjoyed Poinsett State Park. I will tell you that Site 17 in the campground is probably where you want to stay, because it has almost like a front yard on this green space, which is really, really amazing. So, yeah, so check out Poinsett State Park. If you're going to camp there, then check out Campsite 17. Bishop, no, not Bishop. Would it have a B? How can we not remember where we just were at? Poinsett, not Bishop. Poinsett. Duh, yes, because it's named after the guy who
brought back.
Yeah, he would send and brought back the flowers, but they weren't called poinsettias. They were whatever they were down in South America, and he would send back samples of that, and that eventually became the poinsettia, named after him. So, but yeah, so we stayed at one night. That's what I told you at Poinsett State Park. So, Commander Cindy, what'd you think of Poinsett State Park?
A lot of trails. We didn't do any of them. We weren't there long enough. A lot of nice trails, very well marked trails. Mm-hmm. A nice fishing lake. Lots of history.
Yeah, built by the CCC again, one of the 16 I think in the state. Mm-hmm. Built by the CCC back in the 30s. So yes.
The camping was very nice. The sites were very spacious and not too close to each other.
Yes. Bathhouses
were adequate. I think they could have been cleaner, but there was no campground hosts on site.
Yeah, it's definitely the off season.
It is.
I would say we have gone into the off season because we don't seem to see hosts. We don't see a lot of rangers. There's not a lot of upkeep and maintenance. I mean, like when I was walking Kona, the three-legged alien dog, and we went back to the primitive sites, there were still the little placards on the premium reservation placards on the premium sites back from September. So, I don't think they're maintaining them much anymore.
You mean there were no spiders in there?
No killer spiders in the bathroom.
I definitely would go back. I thought it was a nice spot. Mm-hmm. We met the people in Site 17, which is definitely the site to be in.
Yeah, because you have that green space. You look out over that green space there, where I flew the drone and where we walked Kona a bunch off leash because there was nobody really there. I mean, at total, there was Very few people there.
And the campers that were there, they were gone.
Yeah, because Hunter guy was in a big, huge heat. Man, this guy did it right. So he was there up from Florida, hunting here in South Carolina, brought his big Class A up to hunt deer. And so he had his big Class A, he pulled his big Dodge truck. He had already said, I think he got 3 or 4 deer already this season. Needed one more to go ahead and tag out for the rest of the season. So that was pretty neat. And then we had the couple with the cute little dogs in the pop-up camper, and they hadn't really ever done any, hardcore camping, I guess, because they got the pop-up camper for free. The weather turned really cold down to, well, I saw on my phone it said 40, but I think the forecast was like 45 or something is what the forecast was. They didn't have any heater, and they were in a pop-up, so they got really cold. So they went off looking. We talked to them. They went off looking for a little.
It was an awfully nice big pop-up to not have heat. I still think they probably had heat. They just didn't know where it was.
Yeah, they just didn't know the dial of where it was to turn it on. So, but it was also the first time now with Voyager that we have a fully operational, just like the Death Star. Yeah, it's fully operational, but fully operational heater. Built-in heater came with Voyager, so that was nice. It was nice because it really took the chill off when we got in after having dinner and the fire and all that kind of stuff. But it really never came on during the night.
Yeah.
Because our body heat kept it warm. I think it never got below like 64 or something like that inside. We had it set for like 62 or 63. It would come on though when we would open the door to either go to the bathroom, or if I opened the door like in the morning, I think it came on because I had the door open while I was getting myself situated and getting Kona all ready for a morning walk and all that. So, but yeah, it was a neat little outing. We'll probably do another, these little overnight missions again. We were able to visit some of the not so neat, I guess I'll say. I mean, they have their own, points of interest. Like we just stopped at Woods Bay State Park that has no camping whatsoever, but it has this geological, why it's there, Woods Bay has this geological depression down in the coast that collects water and all that, which of course then has a whole bunch of, wildlife and trees and fauna and whatever else.
It was a very sad state park.
But it was a little sad state park. It was like a little niche state park. It was just its little purpose. It's one of the, last coastal floodplains or something like that left in South Carolina. So, but basically went there, read about it, looked at it, got the stamp. So that's about it.
When we had lunch at
Santee State Park, and that's a neat state park. But again, that's a state park because it's on the, I don't even know what.
Lake Marion.
Lake Marion?
Lake Marion.
It's on Lake Marion, and so it's a state park for the lake. So it's really got two big campgrounds, and then boat ramps and all that kind of stuff. So. Oh,
and they have the neat cabins that are on the pier, so the cabins are actually over the water.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we saw those. That's neat. So, but yeah, overall it was a fun little mission.
It would have been nice to stay another night.
You would have liked to stay another night, but I can't stay another night. So, but now with this though, once we return back to some of these state parks, but now here for us, it's really going to be heading toward the coast.
Yes. Oh, and one thing we learned this trip, this is the first time we spent one night at a state park.
Yes, it is.
Because if you make reservations online,
yes.
You have to reserve 2 nights.
Correct.
But if you call the day of, they have sites available, you can spend 1 night.
Then you can spend 1 night, yeah. So that's what we did, which is good because we've got the mega mission that's going to be happening here after Thanksgiving, where we are taking Voyager and the command module here pretty much across country. We might actually dip into California, so pretty much to go from South Carolina to California would be across the country.
Yeah.
So it was good to to have that experience of just calling up and saying, hey, can we, and know that happens. And maybe in other states they don't do that, but I would think they do, because they would want their 15.
Well, we did it once, I think, at the Tennessee State Park, at Davy Crockett State Park.
Yeah, we did on one of the road trips when we were tent camping before we had Voyager and all that. Yes, very good. So, all right.
But yeah, overall it was a good trip.
Yeah,
the weather was perfect.
Oh yeah, it was like high was in the upper 60s, I think.
Yeah.
And then it got down to 40 or 45. So yeah, it was nice to have a mission in Voyager where it wasn't raining and 90 degrees out and the sun just blaring down on us and all of that. So, but yep, that's the mission here to Poinsett State Park. I know where we went.
Right. Old man.
So hit that like button. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe. Chime that bell to get notified, because I'm your favorite YouTuber's favorite uncle. I am Uncle Mike. And remember, everybody, everything happens for a reason. And that reason is usually physics. Bye.